From selling rice to working as a laborer and even trying his hand at farming, Chung Ju-young faced countless challenges. He ran away from home 4 times, only to be met with betrayal and hardship. Yet, despite these setbacks, he went on to establish his own car manufacturing company. In the beginning, his cars were so cheap and of such low quality that people mocked him, causing his business to fail repeatedly. It seemed as though he was destined to rise and fall over and over again. But this very cycle of resilience made him stronger, and he eventually built Hyundai, the world's 3rd largest car manufacturing company. Chung Ju-young was born in 1915 in Tongkon, a village that is now part of North Korea. At the time, Korea was a single country under Japanese rule. Chung was the eldest of 7 siblings, and due to extreme poverty, the entire family worked in the fields. At just 14 years old, he had to leave school and join his parents in farming. Despite working tirelessly all day, he earned so little that he often went to bed hungry. This harsh reality made him question whether he would spend his entire life in such dire conditions. Frustrated and determined to change his fate, he decided to run away from home. He traveled 100 kilometers to the city of Cowan, where he found work as a construction laborer. Though the pay was meager, he was happy because, for the first time, he could spend his earnings on himself and experience a sense of freedom. However, this freedom was short-lived. His parents tracked him down and brought him back to the village, forcing him to return to farming. Chung had tasted life in the city and was determined never to go back to the fields. He attempted to run away 2 more times but was caught and brought back each time. Then, a year came when the crops failed, and the entire village faced a severe food shortage. There were days when he went without eating. This was the final straw for him. He planned his escape once more, vowing never to return. This time, he made it to Seoul, the capital of South Korea. Determined to stay in the city, he took on any job he could find: construction laborer, factory worker, even a cleaner. He had a remarkable work ethic, giving his best in every task. Eventually, he landed a job at a rice store as a delivery boy, riding his bicycle to deliver rice to customers. His hard work paid off, and the store's sales increased significantly. Impressed by his dedication, the owner promoted him to store manager. This was his first job that didn't involve physical labor. Under his management, the store thrived. But when the owner fell ill and could no longer run the business, he sold the store to Chung at a low price. At just 22 years old, Chung, who had once worked in the fields and run away from home 4 times, was now the owner of his own shop. He worked tirelessly to grow the business, and soon his rice store became the best in the area. But just as he began to feel secure, disaster struck. On July 7, 1937, a Japanese soldier went missing near the Marco Polo Bridge in China. When Japan requested permission to search for him, China refused, leading to a military conflict. This small skirmish escalated into the Second Sino-Japanese War, which lasted for 8 years. The war caused a severe rice shortage in both Japan and Korea. The Japanese government took control of all rice stores in Korea, including Chung's. Once again, he lost everything. But Chung refused to give up. This time, he decided to start a business that the Japanese military wouldn't seize. After considering various options, he chose to open a car repair shop. The only problem was that he had no money to start the business. So, he took out a loan of 3,000 won and launched a due service. However, things didn't go as planned. One day, a fire broke out in his garage, destroying not only the workshop but also all the cars inside. He was now responsible for repaying the loan and compensating his customers for their losses. Yet he didn't lose hope. He borrowed another 3,500 won and reopened his garage. Slowly, he recovered from the losses and even expanded his business. Within 2 years, he was thriving. He started hiring workers, and soon, 70 to 80 people were employed at his garage. By then, he had become so successful that he brought his entire family to Seoul and settled them there. But fate tested him once again. World War II was ongoing, and Japan was heavily involved. To meet the war demands, the Japanese government began taking control of workshops, including Chung's. However, this time he was prepared. He had saved 50,000 won, which he kept aside to start another business. When World War II ended, so did Japan's rule over Korea. The country was divided into North Korea and South Korea. With Japan gone, Chung returned to Seoul in 1946 and restarted his car repair business under a new name, Hyundai Auto Service. The word Hyundai means modern in Korean. At that time, South Korea was under American influence, and US forces were stationed there. Seeing an opportunity, Chung decided to enter the construction business. In 1947, he founded Hyundai Civil Works. Initially, they built small houses and roads, but Chung had bigger ambitions. However, another war soon disrupted his plans. On June 25, 1950, North Korea, backed by the Soviet Union, attacked South Korea. Since Seoul was close to the border, Chung fled to Busan for safety. But instead of despairing, he saw a business opportunity. The US Army needed tents, warehouses, and buildings for its soldiers. Chung approached American officials, offering construction services. Since America was a superpower with an unlimited budget, they readily accepted his proposal. Chung and his team worked tirelessly, completing every project efficiently. This built strong relationships between Chung, the US military, and the South Korean government. After the war, South Korea needed to rebuild its roads and bridges. The government awarded these reconstruction projects to Hyundai. Chung's company built the country's biggest dam, the Soyang Dam, and its largest expressway. His close ties with the South Korean government and the US allowed him to import heavy machinery from America with ease. Although Hyundai's construction business was thriving, Chung still dreamed of making cars. In 1967, he founded Hyundai Motors. Soon, Hyundai partnered with Ford to assemble the Ford Cortina, which was already popular in the market. But South Korea's car market was small, with only about 30,000 cars. Realizing the need to expand, Chung sought another partner and eventually collaborated with Mitsubishi. Hyundai released its first car, the Pony, but it failed miserably in the US market. People ridiculed it for its low quality and affordability. However, Chung did not back down. He improved the car's design and performance until it finally met US standards and was launched successfully. Hyundai's profits skyrocketed as the company expanded from South Korea to the United States. Initially mocked for its affordability, Hyundai gradually improved its quality, introducing better models that gained global recognition. Eventually, it became one of the world's top automobile manufacturers. Chung Ju-young, the man who once sold rice and ran away from home 4 times, built a multinational corporation. In his later years, due to declining health, he retired and handed over the company to his sons. In 2001, Chung Ju-young passed away, leaving behind Hyundai, one of the world's top 3 automobile companies. One interesting fact about Hyundai is its logo. Many believe it represents the letter H, but in reality, it symbolizes 2 people shaking hands, one representing the company and the other a satisfied customer. This was the inspiring journey of Chung Ju-young. See you in the next incredible video.